Welcome back, guys. Right now I'm gonna show you guys how I reached Grand Champion and how you could push to 10,000 trophies with the new update and with the new balance changes coming up. This is the deck. Alright, let's go ahead and get into our first matchup against CJ7. Alright, you said good luck. I'm gonna wish him good luck as well, cause we got a little firecracker. Alright, right here, Miner. He plays Miner in the back. We're just gonna place our firecracker with our firecracker, and that should cancel it out. This is a meta deck as well. He is playing a meta deck. Obviously, my name meta. You know, the most important card in this deck is honestly Sparky. Sparky does so much work. Sparky is honestly the most underrated card. Michael Porter Jr. I don't care if you get traded to the Nets, man. You always be selling the parlays, man. I do not care. He places Miner with some bats. I'm gonna just place an Inferno Dragon. I shouldn't have arrowed, but either way, I hate going against bats and Miner. It just does an obnoxious amount of damage. Here he places his little skeletons, but I kind of wanted to defend, but I should have just let it go, to be honest. So right here, he's absolutely dominating us. This deck is more efficient on the counter attack, and then I suggest waiting to double elixir, but sometimes that just can't happen. So look, right now we're just gonna let those bats go. We're gonna let that Miner do his thing. We ain't too worried because it's about to be double elixir in about 20 seconds. So we just go in with our Bandit, hoping he defends and uses some elixir before then. Get out his evil firecracker because I knew it was a cycle. Get out his evil fucking skeletons. Alright, there we go. Alright, that should be good. Yeah, he overcommitted by placing that Miner. So right here, we're just gonna place our Mega Faggot right there. Alright, there we go. Alright, next we're gonna place the firecracker to take out those bats. He doesn't have arrows, which is good for us. You know, I had to upgrade my firecracker because it would get taken out by log. And that was like my biggest problem. Alright, here I think we're gonna arrow the firecracker. Then we're gonna go with the Spark. Oh, we're gonna go with the Bandit here in the back. And then we will place the Goblin Game just to distract a little bit. Not the best counter attack, but definitely not the worst. Yeah, I could have done. Alright, here, there we go. We got a Bandit on the tower. We're gonna reset and place a Sparky here in the back, just to kind of keep applying that pressure, since that's the tower he's gonna go for. And then we're gonna place a Mega Faggot right on top of the Sparky, just to kind of tank for that. I was gonna let that go, but those just do too much damage. I see. Look how that Sparky going to work. Like, he doesn't even know what to do. Then we're gonna place another Bandit, just to keep applying that pressure, you know, because I know he wants to just get chip damage with the firecracker. Alright, then he's gonna place another wall breakers, but it's too late. Bandit for the win. Bandit for the win. Alright, so yeah, that's a nice little match. We'll go ahead and jump into another one. This one's gonna be playing against Goblin Giant. So just kind of want to give you guys a rundown on how this deck is played. Alright, we're gonna face Kobe next. Alright, we do have our Sparky in cycle. Usually I like to play it in the back just to start off, but this time I went with the Bandit since we do have it in cycle. And then usually Sparky could take care of almost any card. If you were to place a Lumberloon, we would have been kind of bad, but we would have just gone opposite lane. Alright, so here we could place our Sparky now. You know what's crazy? I don't even know the card of that. I don't even know the name of that card. I will place his bats. And I think I'm going to just kind of let it die. If you did have enough elixir for the Mega Knight, you would go for a Mega Knight. Alright, so honestly, not that bad. We know his cards now, so we know what to do from here. We're just going to place Firecracker in the back. He's going to arrow that. Alright, then we just kind of wait. We go for the Goblin Game since he did use the arrows. Luckily for him, he has a Rage. But nonetheless, Not such a big deal. We're gonna place the fire dragon here in the back. He places berserker, and then he places inferno dragon. That might cause a little bit of problems, but that's why we got the E dragon to reset him. And then I will play the boss bandit right here, and just to get a little bit more damage on that berserker. And just like that, double dragons is so OP, it's so underrated. They do the job, they do his work. Look at that bandit. It's for sure gonna get a lock on the tower. There we go. Now we got a little chip damage. Then he had an arrow. Then we got our firecracker coming in, and that should be tower. And then we're gonna go goblin gain opposite lane. He's gonna rage over there. He's probably gonna place his bat to top of my firecracker. Yup. So right now we could just kind of defend. We already won the battle. Look at him emoting. Look at him emoting. I don't care. I don't care. We do not care. We do not care, man. We got the mega faggot in our pocket. Should have played the mega faggot. Alright, there we go. We're gonna place our Sparky here in the back. He's gonna play berserker. It's pretty much good game. Like, honestly, Sparky, if you get the first tower, it's honestly over. Like, there's nothing really much that the Sparky can't handle. Other than Lava Loon, you'd go opposite lane. Because we actually do got quite a few troops for Lava Loon. We got the Inferno Dragon, we got the Electro Dragon, and we got the Goblin Gain, and the Firecracker to deal with that. Alright, here I just placed another Sparky here in the back. And then you shouldn't have enough time. I'm just place the Goblin Gain to distract. I could have placed it in front, but my Sparky was about to die anyway. Alright, here he does go for the rage. We're just going to place Dragon. And 1-0, that should be a good game. Ha! Like, you're the chicken, bro. You're the chicken. You suck. Just get better. Just get better at the game. Simple as that. Here we're going to play some Mortar Evolution deck, Skeleton Barrel. We're going to see a lot of these with the new meta coming up and the new evo of the Skeleton Barrel. So, watch out for that. I'm telling you, this deck works against any deck. Right here, I thought this was Mo for a second. But obviously, it's not. It's just another Iranian motherfucker. But this guy's a bot. I literally beat him with ease. Here, he does have his little knight, but we got our Mega Knight. He does have his minions. I'm going to just place my Firecracker for that. And then the Firecracker should deal with the Valkyrie. I don't want to place another troop if I don't have to. Okay, for sure. We're good. And then my Firecracker should take out his Firecracker. Yep. Oh my god, no way. Just got another shot. Oh, I would be so pissed. I'd be fuming. Now let's see what he has against... let's see what he has for the bandit. Alright, here we're going to do the little ability just to take out that P.E.K.K.A. There we go. Hopefully get a dash onto the tower. Nice. Nice. We got a little dash onto the prince. We're just going to place our E-Dragon, and then we're going to place the Goblin Gain. And you see, like, this deck is so efficient because they either have to arrow your Firecracker or they have to arrow your Goblin Gain. Don't know why he went Prince right there. My E-Dragon is just going to take that out. I don't even have to waste elixir. But I will arrow the Firecracker. I just don't want to take any damage that I don't need to early in the game because we're about to reach double elixir. Yeah, so here we're going to place our Sparky here in the back just to kind of reset. And then we got our Mega Knight right here in the pocket. Yeah, I'm going to try not to say that word because I don't know if YouTube's going to censor me anyway. You know how soft they be. Alright, this Firecracker is going to take care of those minions. Alright, then he's going to place his prince in the back. And then we do get a connection from the Mega Knight. Alright, then we're going to place a boss bandit opposite lane just to keep applying that pressure. He doesn't even know what to do. And then we're just going to place an Inferno Dragon for that Valkyrie. Never mind, it's gone. We're just going to place it for the P.E.K.K.A. And then we're going to Goblin Gain in the middle. And that should take care of that. And then we're just going to go ahead and arrow because he doesn't. You know, I'm not too worried about his Firecracker right now because honestly, it's not doing that much of his job. So we're just going to reset and place a Spark in the back. And then we're just going to take that hit. And then we're going to place the boss bandit opposite lane. And then I will pop the ability right here just to kind of get rid of the Valkyrie. And then I'm going to place my firecracker just to get rid of his firecracker. And then boom, boom, boss bandit on the tower, and that should be GG. That should be a good game. Alright, look at those Spear Goblins. Spear Goblin is so underrated. I'm going to go Mega Knight here in the middle just to kind of distract both troops. And I'm going to go Inferno Dragon to the left. And then I will arrow that this time. You know, I kind of sold with that arrow, and that could have cost me the game, but honestly, he's so bad. Doesn't even matter. I'm going to place my Sparky here in the back since he went Prince all the way in the back. That honestly helps us so much because it lets my Sparky charge up, and then boom, it just takes it out basically in one shot. And then my Sparky is going to go help on the left side again. And then, so now he has to deal with a full Sparky level 16 and a Mega Knight level 16. So here's where things get kind of tricky for him. He doesn't know what to do. Mega Knight for the win. Yeah, so this deck is really powerful, guys. You just gotta know how to use it. And you just gotta wait for them to make the first move. But if you're impatient like me, just play Boss Bandit or Sparky in the back. Boss Bandit always goes in front just to try to catch him off guard. Alright, here we're gonna play Varden the Great. He wasn't that great, to be honest. I'm just better. I'm just better at the game. Look, another variation of the Skeleton Barrel. Oh my god, this one was annoying to play. This one was annoying to play. Alright, so we're just going to place that. And then we're going to go ahead and arrow all of that. And get his Dark Goblin. Honestly, Dark Goblin should be banned from the game. Right here, I could have won my Mega Knight. But you know what? I just wanted to go with the Bandit. Because I knew he had Knight in cycle, and then that honestly counters the Mega Knight pretty good. You could just place it in the middle, and then boom. So, I'd rather just take out his Knight. Alright, he's gonna go... Let's see, we're gonna go Goblin again. Let's see what he has. Okay, he has the Phoenix. We're gonna go Firecracker just to try to get rid of it as soon as possible. Okay, nice. Nice. Just get rid of that egg. And then I'm going to play Sparky here in the back. Can never go wrong with a Sparky in the back. Look at Sparky going to work. And then look at that. Mortar did lock on, but it's not a big deal. Our Sparky's about to come in the way. And then look, now we got a counter place going. So I ain't too worried about it. We're going to place the Boss Bandit right here just to get rid of that Dark Goblin. And then boom, we're going to pop the ability just to keep it safe. And then that should be good. We're just going to go ahead and arrow the Skeleton Army. He has no elixir. And then boom, Boss Bandit. Boss Bandit on the tower. Sparky on the tower. And that's good game. That's good game. As soon as you get the tower, it's good game. It is good game. Unless they have your tower like at 400 HP, I would say just leave it alone and get ready for the counter attack. So here you see me still defending because the tower still has a lot of health to go. Alright, so here I'm just kind of waiting. I'm leaking elixir a little bit just because I want to see what he plays. He does go for his mortar. I'm going to go Boss Bandit here just so the mortar doesn't lock onto my tower. And then we're going to place the Inferno right on top. And I should take it out. Yep. And then Boss Bandit is going to go to work. And we're just going to place another Sparky here in the bag just to kind of get rid of everything once he pushes. He only has 20 seconds, so he needs to... Whatever he needs to do, he's going to have to do it right now. He does have the Evil Mortar. We're just going to place the Goblin Game here to distract, and then my Sparky should get a shot off. And my Sparky got a shot on the wrong troop, but it's alright. We're just going to go ahead and place the E-Dragon. And that should take it out. 3, 2, 1. Easy as that. Either way, alright. Like, comment, subscribe if you want more videos. This is the way to get to Grand Champion and to push to 10,000 trophies. This is the deck right here. Yep. Let me know if you guys have any questions or want more videos. Or what videos you guys want. Alright. Peace out. Like and subscribe.